Greetings, YouTube. It's show time. Let's get it. Welcome. I'm your host, Wolf King. You watch Wolf King's vids. Okay, tonight we've just witnessed a wonderful show via the Geek Room. G-Man popped in there for for a lap or two with his back and forth with Shane for Christ, and Drag got in there, and it was pretty good. It was entertaining. Let's just watch that and get some commentary. Some party. All right, there we go.
At the end this summer, drummer investigators and atheists worldwide will be fucking destroyed by G-Man.
That might or might not have broken TOS, but it's not my channel. I don't give a damn.
Okay, so you guys notice what I put for a name here? Is everybody is horrible people, including myself. We're all horrible people.
Yeah, you are. I'm not. I'm lovely.
No, you're not. You're horrible. Like
I'm fucking lovely. All right, my mom
and
says.
Drag's a horrible person. The Geek Room's are.
Everyone. Whatever.
Why am I horrible?
I'm the only nice one in here. Fuck all of you guys.
I'm a nice
No,
person.
I heard Hana Zubby specifically
Yeah,
say.
what's up?
I heard Hana Zubby specifically say I liked her.
Everyone
Wait,
around.
what? Don't say that.
I said that I liked you.
No, I didn't. That's
No.
Jello who said that.
I was twice your age.
If
and I
you
liked
notice,
Oh my
I specifically denied that you liked me. I said I wouldn't date you even if you did because you're twice my age and your IQ isn't high enough, so I wouldn't fucking bother. So the problem with you I'm having is that you want to go on this whole like fucking pretrial bullshit. Meanwhile, you're the one who's threatening to call ICE on my family. Why? Like, what makes you? You said you're gonna contact immigration against my family.
immigration.
ICE, dipshit. What do you think? ICE.
Yeah, so apparently G-Man early on, I think it was today or yesterday or whatever, he decided to do this pre-trial thing. He apparently adapted this from excuse me. He adapted this from Rand Cam's channel years back, where he had this pre-trial for people he didn't like or whatever stupid fake shit he was doing. And G-Man did that with people he didn't like, which is common with his theme, in that he likes to judge people, likes to talk about himself as if he's holier than thou. But all he really does is just use his religion as an excuse to be a horrible, ignorant, fucking bigoted person, and don't really count for himself as a decent human being. But let's get into it.
What do you think ICE spells?
Listen to me. Everybody has this morning. Everybody has this.
What does ICE spell? What is ICE? You don't know what a three-letter word spells.
No.
Okay, that's what you just proved that you're not at the same level, man. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to confirm something here. I was not trying to go out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can say what you want, but I'm like I said, I know me.
You are aware that I'm not the person who said that, right? That was specifically Jello who had said that.
Yeah, that really was me.
That's actually Jello. We sound like Jello? I don't know.
Before I accuse you of lying,
Oh, lying.
Because you didn't tell the story right, neither did Drag. Drag, by the way,
I didn't tell the story right. I was at work. I got a message that you were dropping my information live on air.
Okay, and then the story. What did Drag say? And then what did Drag say?
I'm the one that said it.
Okay, so it's my info. It's my name, my phone number, my face. I don't care what Drag has anything to do with that.
Okay. So Drag was correct about the name of the video. Drag was correct about the name of the video.
you like no. That's not skipping.
I hope you're being consistent.
No, I want you to.
My name's Alex, sir.
Answer.
Alex, I'm sorry.
I want you to answer. Was that video?
You don't like answering questions.
Was that video on my channel? Was that title something I made? Did that have any?
You're trying to answer it. You're trying to answer it.
No, those are the three questions. Those are the
red line rule about to be applied, but I'm about to.
Red line rule.
I'm about to answer the red line rule is red.
Yeah, so basically, this is what G-Man does. He accuses someone of some particular wrongdoing they've committed against him, and then leave out just this gray area of, oh, you did X, they asked for evidence, and it's just, oh, well, you're telling an incorrect story, you're telling this and that, when the person was literally involved and has evidence to back it up. I mean, this is typical of this guy.
Everyone used to ask me questions, and then when I tried to answer it, he'll ask me another.
Hey, Frank, you remember what G-Man was doing in his hangout today? I think he needs to.
So we're ducking this thing, right?
Nobody's ducking.
Just so you know where you're at, G-Man, this ain't a safe space, right?
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
It does. Oh, okay. We're gonna find out. Yeah, we're gonna see about that.
Just hurry up and answer the questions, Alex.
At the end of the day, who cares?
Alex has to go to bed.
Just atheist.
Apparently you do, motherfucker. You've been bitching about us for years.
Alex has to go to bed. Just hurry up and answer the
I
questions.
actually need to go to the toilet more than go to the fucking bed. I've been holding on for some time. And you know what? That's dangerous when you've got MS, man. Like, for all I fucking know, I just like to lose control of my fucking bladder at any moment, and it'll be your fault, G-Man.
Yeah, you're right. It's all my fault. The reason why the towers went down too. It's all my fault. Everything.
I'd like to know why you think I'm a horrible person, because I don't think
you pick on people on YouTube. That's why.
Ouch.
such as
Oh no! You pick people on YouTube.
who do I?
Don't worry, you'll hear about your docket next week. Everything about
Give me one example. Come on, at least humor me.
Ask him what the definition of picking is, because he doesn't discern between
Yeah,
Christian.
you're right about that. Yeah, I definitely don't know what we're picking. You're right about that.
But G-Man, if I make a video, can I ask you a question, G-Man?
Yeah.
Like, if I make a video and I
By the way, you lied, Brad. That'll be on your docket.
if I make a video, right, and I don't use Lord Bear as a character, and I just respond very dryly the entire time without any pejoratives or anything else like that, is that me picking on someone? What does Chantel do to me?
Yeah, I'm not watching that video.
No, nothing. I have a lot of fun making videos about cretins.
Overweight people?
Well, I mean, she's also she's not only massively overweight, but she's also a giant fucking scumbag, racist shitbag. Yeah, so, I mean, I feel pretty
I know you guys
justified.
got a lot to say about her being overweight.
Well, I mean, I don't really make that many fat jokes unless I'm playing Lord Bear. You know, that's the point of Lord Bear. He's supposed to be the cunt, you know what I mean?
He's supposed to be gay too, I think, or genius or something or whatever. I think.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, I think he's referring to Shani calling him the N-word. Let me see. Do we have something related to that? Oh yeah. Here's the clip. Let me see. I think we need some context, because I was in a hangout that G-Man was hosting recently. Hang on. Okay. Let's see.
Of a threat, by the way. I just want to say this though, okay? Regardless of what I might go to court for, whatever he has to say, please understand that there are two things that I am still really ticked off about. One of them is the cyberbullying, and I'm not that crazy about the death threats that I've been getting. Okay?
So-
I'm in the middle of talking, dude. Who won't
Flame, you can get out and walk around, man.
Cyberbullying, you a grown ass man.
The reason humans aren't in zoos are because you can go outside and see humans.
Wait a minute. don't even know. What? Tell me about the civil rights movement.
Okay, there we go.
You don't know what's going on.
Anybody that puts somebody in a zoo has went totally against the religion.
Obviously not. They're being classified as animals. What's the context?
Scientists being classified as animals, or human beings being classified as animals?
Scientists classifying human beings as animals.
But we're not animals.
Okay.
You just said that atheists put them in zoos. 5 years. 75 years. They've been trying to find the missing links. They might have conquered or whatever. That might be supposedly a fable. No, we found it. Sodom and Gomorrah.
All right.
In the private chat.
All right. How much?
Gotta agree with one another.
No, because the peer review process is this is how I went about it, try to prove me wrong.
You're starting to understand the problem that you got here now. That man told me that human beings do not condone putting humans, making them slaves. Oh, yes, that they do. And I was like,
That was me. Do you actually understand why they classify humans as animals? I mean, can I ask you a question real quick? Okay, so what is the context of? So what is the context of scientists?
Usually what you find in zoos are animals that you wouldn't.
Dumb like there's nothing wrong with slavery. Well, when it's do with a deer in America.
but there aren't that many Native American Indians anymore. So I can argue that
You can still see them though.
Native American Indians, you know.
There's a few around. You could still walk around and find them outside. Like,
Tell me something. If you went to work, right, and somebody offered you tried to pay you 15 cents a day,
And I think that third bird belongs on you, buddy.
rights movement today, how would you behave? Would you still come into these rooms and be like, you know, atheism forever? Or
In the Middle East, back in
I rarely
our natural habitat, I guess.
Where's that part? You know what? Fuck it. This is ridiculous. This is pointless. I'm not gonna waste my time with that particular bit of material. Yeah, the point is, he said that he forgave Shani for her language, and you know, it's funny. He likes to call certain black people Uncle Toms. I wish I could have shown you the part about that, but you know, he's kind of hurt right now, so you know he has to talk Christina Blackfeather's ear off about what he's going to do in this fantasy trial that he and Vaughn and everyone's going to be a part of. But let me show you this clip, basically. Okay.
Some point, you have to stop. Stop.
Because any man, I don't care what skin color you are, any person who tries to steal your house and your home is a fucking. But I'll.
Yeah, that's her calling G-Man a fucking N-word. It was bleeped out for you know, for standards and practice reasons. And he's apparently cool with that. He's cool with this white whale having him work on her house, stay in it, and when when he didn't follow her rules, just kicked him out in the cold. And he was suffering and hungry and all that stuff. And after she basically humiliated him, which was partially justified because he did take money and lie about it. The racist terms weren't really justified. But hey, if the shoe fits, wear it, man. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get back to our scheduled programming. The roasting of this bitch ass ninja.
But
I mean, it's fair. Wait a minute, didn't he walk or something, put them back together and give them a bigger package or something like that?
oh no, the law is his brother Duke Richard, who's a bit incesty. and I'm enjoying that drag. Thank you so much. He has a the lore is
It's a little boring.
To be stupid, so he doesn't have to answer questions.
Deflecting with bollocks as usual.
I'm not deflecting.
It sounds like it because you keep mentioning drag when drag has the swear word of fuck all to do with it, sunshine. Hey? Hey?
He's gonna start jumping around and fake laughing next, Alex.
Oh,
Yeah, sure I am. Yep.
It's fake laugh.
That's why I said
G-Man. Darling, come on, right? Answer me the fucking question, son. Come on, answer me the question. Right, you defended Shally when she was going after people and being a racist cunt. You are a black man, sir. Why the fuck would you defend a fucking fat white racist cunt? Hey?
Okay, so I don't even know the timeline that you're talking about. What's the timeline?
That's what he does. Like, he pretends to be stupid so he doesn't have to answer questions.
November 2000.
Shame on you, Drake.
I mean, he's not pretending to be stupid. I mean, he did this legitimate. Like after basically talking all that good shit, you know, now he's just doing a 180 on Shani's behavior, about her sexuality, basically about everything. Just completely going against it, like all of the crap, all of the dogma he's been spouting the last few years recently.
Let me remind you something before G-Man goes on with this dumb fuckery, pretend he doesn't know what's going on, right? This is a woman who promised him a house. He moved out there, supposedly did work on the house with her permission, spent God knows, what did he say, $10,000 or something like that? Some X amount of money repairing the house. She then kicks his ass out into the cold, where he has to burn barrels of rubbing alcohol for flames. Not only that, she's racist towards him. She's a racist towards him. Guess what? Guess what I did? Guess, you know what I did? I organized, you know what I did? I organized the people in the background, tried to see if there was somebody who was going to pick you up. To see if someone could pick you up. That's what I did. Exactly. Yeah, no shit, because you did that on your own. You did that on your own. You made a stupid ass decision. I get to laugh at you. But that doesn't mean that I'm not a human being and I can't feel sympathy for somebody that got played by a white woman. Okay? I know you have a certain proclivity towards them, so I can imagine that clouded your judgment. But unfortunately, the reason why I didn't have to do anything was because Doc Savage already offered you a place to stay, already offered to pay you food, and I thought he had you covered. But then you lie and say that he didn't do anything. Right, exactly.
Lies is just the same.
Clearly. I actually made one Kroger's warning G-Man not to lie about that. But
he wrecked.
I think my associate's in here. So, Reg, could you handle my life work, please?
Hello, Gary. How are you?
Oh, shit.
Who's that?
My name is Reg.
Don't know you. What's up?
Well, Reg.
Well, hey.
Oh, he mad. He got a little attitude. Look at him.
I was just wondering, like, why are you so obsessed with judging other people instead of, you know, improving your lot in life? You don't seem, and this is just from what I've seen of you online, and it might not all be true because it's, you know, some of it's your videos, some of it's stuff I heard, but like, you think your life is so poor that you would put more energy into elevating yourself to a different level. Like, you don't feel as if you could spend your time more productively?
Reg, I don't know you. Have we met?
We've already discussed that. So you're not going to answer.
He's avoiding it because he's hurt. He doesn't have an answer to that.
My question.
No.
So you're not going to answer my question?
No, I never said that.
I don't want to answer my.
I never said that.
No, but see, I asked you a question, right? And instead of answering my question, okay, but see, that's all you had to say is that I'm not going to answer the question. It's not that hard.
You are.
Okay,
That's fine, but you gave me my answer. You're not going to answer it.
Who are you?
Why is it so hard for you?
It's not relevant. You don't got an answer other than to answer questions with questions. I mean that's pointless.
You to
You're an atheist.
follow a
You're
conversation?
not a Christian because if you were, you would answer my question. Who are you?
What about being a Christian would mean that I have to tell you who I
Because
am?
you Christians try to be as honest as humanly possible. When I'm talking to an atheist, you guys are always trying to slander us. Who are you? That's all I ask you. It's really
If I don't answer your question, how am I not
you don't
telling
answer
the
your question,
truth?
I'm not going to answer yours. That's what it is. This is going to be an adult conversation. Let's have an adult conversation. Who are you?
I've never seen you have an adult conversation, sir.
Then great. There's no need for me to take you seriously because I got 2 channels that prove I have an adult conversation.
Okay.
I don't believe a word that's coming out of your mouth now. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Okay. You don't have to talk to me. I can talk
Reg,
at
do you have a
you.
YouTube channel? Reg, do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay, so what do I know about you?
Nothing.
Okay, great. That you're a horrible person just like I am? Are you admitting that?
Why would I admit that?
Well, because you are a horrible person like me. Everybody's a sinner, including you.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm good at what I do, ma'am, or sir, or whatever you are, because I can't prove you, okay? I don't know if
sins have I committed?
You're a cat or a dog or a human or
What sins?
You
What
are.
sins have I committed?
Okay, number
What
one,
sins have I committed?
Okay, so he's going with the projection and just we're all horrible, terrible people. So I don't have to answer the questions as to why my life is so shitty and why I attack people. See, this is what I'm talking about. He uses religion as an excuse to be a piece of shit to others and that hold no accountability for himself whatsoever. It's ridiculous.
you reject Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Really? And you know that's how?
I don't know because I asked you who you are, and I asked you over and over and over again. You won't tell me. Nobody knows.
So you wait. When you asked who I am, you weren't asking for my first and last name. You were
No, I'm
asking
not.
for my.
I am not asking you for your first and last name. I don't know who I'm talking about. I can't see your face. I hear a voice. You're going to be using a voice module.
So without knowing who she actually is, he's just gonna assume that she's a horrible person and she's fallen and she's not of the same religious affiliation as he is. I mean, that's just retarded.
I don't know you from Adam. Who are you?
I'm Reg.
Well, I'm sorry.
Reg.
That's not going to work for me. I'm sorry.
So like,
Every single
I told
day,
you my name. I told you my name, right?
I don't
So-
want your name. You're a Christian or you're an atheist?
That's a personal question that I'm going to
Okay,
choose
then that's a
myself.
personal question. You're an atheist then, because no Christian.
How? Oh no! There's plenty of Christians that don't wear their Christianity on their shoulders.
You are an atheist because if you was a child of God, you will proclaim it on the top of the mountain. Go play that game with somebody else. All right?
How
Now,
do you
said
proclaim?
now you said I was obsessed with judging people. Okay? Now
No,
obviously,
sweetie, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay on the line of conversation where you have just decided what my religious affiliation
I don't know what your religious
is.
affiliation is. Tell me what it is.
He likes to answer me.
You already decided
You
it.
man, if you don't tell me
You already decided.
who are you? I don't know what you are. You already decided when you judge me. When you
My
judge
name
me,
is
I
Reg.
judge that, and that's it.
My name is Reg.
That's all I have to say. Great. So, Reg, unfortunately, I don't know you. I don't know
He is so hurt. He can't even engage properly.
nothing about you. So I refuse
Okay.
to answer.
You're not famous enough for G-Man. That's what it is.
Okay,
No, I don't
so
know you, Reg.
so
Anna W. said,
So-
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and you're fucking trucker
okay.
night. That's fine.
I can accept.
Broke ass
I
bitch
can
from New Jersey.
Don't put your drunk boyfriend.
Broken ass bitch.
Hannah, why
from
you
New
trying
Jersey.
to-
Listen, I know when you lose your job, you're gonna fucking send me a message over Discord begging my dad for a job. So just hold on.
I'm not working
Just
for your
hold
dad.
on. Don't worry. My dad's got you during Corona. He's an essential worker. He'll get you a job. You'll make more in one fucking month you ever made in a year. It's fine. I got you.
If you say so,
At the end of the day, I'm always gonna come to your non-theist friends and bail you out. It's fine. Don't
and I
worry.
make more money than you, Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm doing better than you, too.
I actually make more money sitting on my ass than you.
You might not live with mom and daddy, but you sleeping in one of your auntie's attics. I can tell you that much.
You're going to a shitty job.
I don't live with mommy and daddy.
So So what? I live here rent free in the most expensive city in the world. I think I'm doing pretty fucking good.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, be jealous. I'm sorry. My mommy and daddy loved me enough to take care of me and my life. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Hana, could I
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Dad had to be the fucking Muslim in you, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm so
What did I do? I had my name mentioned. I got slightly wrong.
I go through every single
absolutely.
I have the attitude I have against atheists.
Yeah.
You're calling me an atheist,
G-Man, the actions of one person don't speak for the actions of an entire group, and you know that.
No, John, you represent the atheist community. You're the poster boy.
Say that dumb thing in
You're the poster boy.
That
How is he
is
the poster boy? How is Drag the poster boy for atheists?
I mean, he is on a billboard. He's actually on a billboard. Like that. Like that's funny as the poster boy. He's on a billboard. Like,
how much would that cost to do, by the way?
It was a school billboard. It was
yeah. I mean, well, kind of a poster boy though, aren't you? I mean, a little bit.
I can do it on like a green screen type of deal.
And that wasn't fucking racist, you asshole. I don't want to hear that shit.
I am the
racist
for atheist experience, then
well, because it's not different that you guys don't know your definitions if you're calling me racist.
G-Man, you're awfully intolerant of other people's beliefs, aren't you? And you.
He didn't catch the joke.
Tolerate? No, I just believe the other people's beliefs are wrong, like yours.
What do I believe then, sir? I'm an atheist. This is the first I've heard of this.
You're an atheist.
Why do you believe that?
Because you don't believe that God exists.
When did I say that?
You don't have to. Your demeanor tells
my demeanor. I believe the burden of proof is on the accused.
So anyone who mocks and criticizes this fuck is automatically an atheist, and therefore the worst person in the world. Wonderful.
Accuser, which
that's not what it is.
And he knows this psychically.
I'm making a claim. Welcome to the great debate community. You guys do better than that. You're gonna be a lot. Lord Barry,
Let's see. All right, Alex. Let's just see if he remembers.
Learn the shit yourself. You made the claim, idiot.
Shut up, Drag. No, we're teaching you how to.
What? G-Man, what am I? Am I an atheist? What am I?
I'm sitting right here.
How
about this? How about you substantiate the fact that you claim to be a Christian? I think that you're but I don't know any better.
I'm not seeing any of that objective morality from you. Like all I've seen you do is judge people and make up bollocks about.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Sweaty baseball cap doesn't prove you're a Christian.
Judging people, you're totally right about that, Alex. That'll be on your docket next week. That'll be on your docket. Alex, I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's the more. This is when he's pretty triggered.
Yeah,
Mr. Moore,
it'll be jumping around soon too.
The last person who ever threatened me in such a way with several 100,000 subscribers above your fucking tier, sunshine. So you better fucking come with something substantial.
Alex, you're lucky I'm even talking.
I'm lucky I'm in G-Man's presence. I am I could bask in his glow. I wish to bask.
The Dan Cougar is strong in this one.
I can't wait. I love it.
I love you, G-Man. I do. I genuinely love you. I think you are a good time. I think you are a great time. You're a wonderful person. I can't.
I love it. I love it when he challenges people to a foot race in traffic, though. That's a real good time.
Take a look at the size comparison. When y'all hear him talk about bullshit about
by the way,
he's off his feet, by the way.
Actually, that's a good point, Brad. He's like something taller than you there.
Just to let you guys know, he's off his feet in that picture. I'm the one that snapped that photo. He's not on the ground in that photo.
Little Gary's feet are kicking on toes in the head crack.
Off the air, not touching the ground right now.
His feet are not touching the air. I snapped that photo. His feet were not touching the ground. He got lifted into the air.
Why do that, Dragnet?
This was your idea. You wanted me to show you how strong I was. Now I realize you got off on it.
Yeah, you do try to be as with asphyxiation,
Drag, you really.
Yeah, he does have a thing for touching people's muscles, men's muscles and stomachs and stuff like that.
Likes how you're.
I mean, I'm Bob. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, consent is a major prerequisite for touching people.
Pop out in that picture. I mean, that's just like a lot of man meat right there, dog. Look at that.
Wow, picture. That's one of your documents. Because I have
Gary. Gary, you're a 43-year-old man that asked a man younger than you to choke you out. That is gay.
That's hot as fuck,
That's
you man.
kind of
Like,
gay.
pinky motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. Screenshot this, G-Man. Got this for your archive.
Can I just say you have to pay $75 for our from?
Listen, this is
He got a fucking. He wanted a younger man choke his head. Hey, I need to hear that again. Fuck that. I'm having fun with this.
With asphyxiation,
Greg. You really likes how you're feeling.
I have
Gary. Gary, you're a 43-year-old man that asked a man younger than you to choke you out. That is gay.
That's hot as fuck,
That's
you man.
kind of
Like,
gay.
pinky motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. Screenshot this, G-Man. Got this for your archive.
Can I just say you have to pay $75 for our from?
Listen, this is all free. Usually you have to pay for this.
Yeah,
So take advantage.
When you guys want to talk to me about your
That's me near my prime, by the way. That was me near my prime.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you I know that, but yeah, it's like good choking, good modeling usually costs.
You're a bully because you're threatening people. There you go.
G-Man, I can feel the heat up of your erection in England right now.
He is a bully because he's threatening people. That
Yep.
means everybody else, then I got to make sure to put that on my document for next week.
What do you mean true for everybody else? I'm speaking.
It's true for everybody else. You just made a judgment about me, so it's true about you right now.
I have a
What the
question.
fuck? Okay, let's explore your dumb fuck logic. You just heard me say I think they can threaten people, and you then prescribe that belief to Drag and Alex. Why?
Oh, God.
Holy dumb fuck that, man.
What do you guys want to talk about? You invited me. What do you want to talk about?
Derp.
I want to talk about what a docket is. Can you tell me what a docket is? Because I don't know what it
Motherfucker can't
is.
spell it.
I invited in this room. I'm being
Because
serious.
you're a bully.
I
So
want
there is
to
a
know
category
what.
now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go downstairs and get a sandwich to you kids. Get some adults.
Can you make me one?
Damn
You
straight.
selfish prick.
Looking at this fucking single man has to make his own sandwich. Not nearly as good as sandwiches I make. Fuck.
Gary, I just needed a clarification of what the word docket meant because I heard you say it a couple of times and I'm not sure like what you mean. Could you please just give me a simple
He walked away.
definition?
Yeah, he wanted. He's furiously masturbating right now. I know he is.
Yeah, like I don't think.
Did you realize you were sweating profusely of the other disgusting smelling one? Fucking listen to my advice before you came on here. Thank God.
That was
Listen,
fine
excuse
as
me.
fuck, by the way. Right?
No, Hannah.
Whoever's
His
planning on
head
hurting me,
Hell yeah, are you kidding me? Do you know how much he sweats on the screen with the fucking pieces his lord has? He wears that shit religiously.
I might have coronavirus, so I promise you this.
Oh, nice. You sweated before the pandemic. I don't want to hear that shit.
Can I please say this? I might have coronavirus. So if somebody comes to me and serves me, I'm going to cough on you, and I'm going to say, as soon as you get close to me,
No, don't stop him.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly legal.
No, don't stop him. He doesn't know what that is. No. What he just said, he has no idea that people have
People have been arrested for that.
Let him keep talking.
I'm a sneeze
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a sneeze on.
Motherfucker.
Do you like that Wonder Bread mayo sandwich? You fucking idiot.
Exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. The driver is not as here.
Oh my
Listen, and you know what's crazy is that that's a real serious thing in Jersey.
This is easy.
They're swiping people up for that.
for exposing people to biological ages. Do you realize that?
My name is I did not endorse it.
Make sure you show this to the judge.
He has no. Oh my God, he's done.
Oh man, he is retarded. He just does not know how to think. He just loved to run his mouth. That is unbelievable. That's incredible. Incredible.
Hold on. One second. Excuse me. Hold on. Who can I get the footage of this show from?
Talk to Frank after the show, and Frank will get you everything you need.
Yeah, just I get everything that you got.
Unlike on G-Man's channel, this isn't going to be deleted because he's embarrassed later on.
No, not embarrassed.
Missed what the AI said last night.
He said this on his other channel. Well, on his GTV channel that he has coronavirus and he'll cough on people if they try to serve him. Yeah, he's retarded.
Good. Thank God nobody's going to delete the highlights on your channel.
That's how I made it.
To figure that out.
It's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. You have a good time in New Jersey there.
When you're a New Jersey resident with the
Everybody jump in because I do wish to leave rather late, 25 to 4 in the morning.
Your voice is sexy, Alex.
Thank you.
Talk to me dirty, Alex.
Thank you for coming, Alex.
Usually the people pay for that kind of thing. But I just wanted to kind of make a leaving statement, if I will, if that's okay with everybody.
Go for it. Yes.
We'll just skip that.
At the moment, but I did go onto his live stream earlier, and he had
Big sexy arms. I like to touch them. I mean, you could say that.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm not gay.
Nobody said you're gay.
and I shall see you at some point.
Big sexy arms. I like to touch them. I mean, you could say that.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm not gay.
Nobody said you're gay. It's possibly bisexual.
We're talking about homosexuality. When are you going to talk to Holy Spackle about her bisexuality?
I talk to her about it every time I talk to her. Literally every time I mention that.
And yeah, you won't talk to Shane about her bisexuality
I touched her boob.
or her racism.
Spackle's going to end up in the lake of fire if she doesn't repent.
That's fine. I'll be there with her. I'll touch her boob and hell do it.
If you don't care about Jade, you can expect the video on this one later on.
You can expect the video where me was talking to your old therapist and why he failed you.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Jade's in hell, and so will the these fools if they don't repent.
What if he thinks that talking about a dead person is going to trigger people?
PPR Jones is in hell.
How?
What happened to you guys?
Yeah, but if you talk about his family,
Yeah, that's another thing. He loves bringing up Jade because he thinks that that'll hurt other people. But the thing is, she's gone. Okay, with that brain, like there's no ability to hurt a person or like cause harm to a person. All right, the mind likely is gone with the brain as well. So him doing that, I mean, it really doesn't bother anyone. It just shows that he is a shitty human being and he will spew hate to anyone living or dead. That's his MO, and that's how he does. And he's a horrible example for Christianity.
Idiot doxed himself. G-Man, I've knocked you on your ass in front of a public New York. I think you left like a pussy. So I put him on his ass. Yeah, bring it back. I put him on his ass politely, gently put him to the ground when he thought that I couldn't lift him. And he's telling me, scrawny ass ex that my ex, scrawny ass dude, my ex.
Correct.
That he honestly beat me. Really? How pathetic.
No, he's obsessed with that because his daddy beat him.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry your parents didn't love you like mine did.
His mic's fucking up.
Yeah.
No, he just didn't realize I muted his ass.
He's still talking. It's okay, my biceps are bigger than yours. Even with Corona.
Tell me, how does chloroform? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, they are. I promise.
No.
You want to
talk about, right? So I'm going to start my own hangout on my own. You can
yeah, thanks for harassing my family. You proved yourself.
Family. You're a loser.
Thanks. Yeah, that's why you said you're calling. You're such a harasser, man. How could you hurt my family with ice? How unfortunate.
I'm going to agree.
My family. Yeah, he did it again.
So watch this. Hey, everybody, watch this. G-Man, when you met me for the first time, G-Man, when you met me for the first time and you turned around, what happened after that?
His heart melted.
Yeah,
I'm giving you the floor. G-Man, what happened after you turned around? What happened?
You now speak.
Yeah, notice they ain't saying shit. He knows what happened.
You keep muting me, so what's the point of talking?
Nobody's muting you. We're just asking you to speak, so they'll go ahead.
No, you muted me.
Oh, fuck you.
He doesn't want to tell you. G-Man, you can talk now, so tell everybody what you turn around.
You just gonna mute me.
No, I'm giving you a chance to.
Hannah, I'm gonna quote the Department of USC. What is it?
Did you just say UFC? What the fuck? Dumbass.
What happened? Turned around.
What happened? By the way, for those of you who are watching this and don't know what's going on, this is called trolling.
This is called harassment.
I'm trying to read what they are doing is called cyberbullying.
Idiots.
Somebody called the
No, G-Man, you forgot earlier. You couldn't talk. Remember, G-Man, remember you couldn't talk earlier? So you don't want me to tell the story about what happened when you met me and you turned around?
So Dragon, in the thing that you met me, Dragon.
So G-Man,
random acronyms, you'll find a fucking immigration.
G-Man, why don't you tell him? Tell him, G-Man, what happened when you met me and you turned around? What happened immediately after that?
Here's the thing, Dragon. Why are you stalking me?
So G-Man, G-Man, I will promise to answer that question when you tell me what happened immediately after you turned around. G-Man, G-Man, what happened? G-Man, what happened immediately after you turned around?
Dragon, I don't care.
G-Man just like, he's going down. And it's like, what the fuck happened? And it's, his fucking emotions are so all over the place right now.
Like this story, but G-Man, just remember, so I walked into Starbucks, and I was occupied by looking at Hana and talking to Dady and everybody else. I walked up behind him, and I stood directly behind him, and I looked down. And
did he shit himself?
I said, "What's going on with man?" And he turned around and jumped.
Oh yeah,
and pushed me up and down. And I shake his hand and said, "How you doing?" And then after I grabbed his hand,
stop fidgeting.
Don't go way down. Look, he's running away.
Damn, he's running.
After I reached out and grabbed his hand, Hana, what was your recollection of what happened?
I remember when he went into the hangout that Drag was hosting, right? This is back when Google Hangouts were still a thing, right? when Drag asked him, you remember when I had you on your knees by Starbucks? He stuttered. You did not have me on. He couldn't even say it. He could not fucking even verbalize that shit because he was so embarrassed. But god damn, that's hilarious.
Well, I saw you guys
he can't even deal with it. He can't. He has to run away every time the story's told.
For the handshake, and I thought that it was really weird that the handshake was extended for more than a couple of seconds. All you see is just G-Man just like, he's going down, and it's like, what the fuck happened? And it's you're squeezing his hand to such a strength, such a degree that this man is like caving in. He cannot stand on his own 2 feet. And you let him back. And I had to intervene. I'm like, okay. You know, like this is the play. The play is going on a little enough. You let him back up.
So in actuality, you showed them who Carmel Thunder was. You brought Carmel Thunder out.
Every time we bring this up, he will never acknowledge it because he knows what happened. Because I asserted my dominance on him in real life, and he doesn't want anybody to know about it. But there's a reason I went last. I wanted everybody to see that because I know he would lie about it later. Now, there is a picture where you can see us standing next to each other right before it happened. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, nobody got it. But I just wanted to remind G-Man, that can and will happen again.
Wait, nobody got it? There's a picture?
There's a picture standing next right before it happened. Somebody.
Right. Yeah, I snapped that picture. I didn't snap the actual. Yeah. I was like the fucking archiver for the entire thing.
So look, he got tape measure. Oh.
Hey.
I got a witness too. Hold on a minute.
Don't try to measure your fucking memory by centimeters. I don't want to hear some bullshit number. I don't want to hear that.
What's he like?
Is he
measuring his dick?
He's mad.
Bigger than Rose.
So he's mad that my biceps are bigger than his because he challenged me to an arm wrestling contest, which I won. I've been self-quarantined for 2.5, 3 months. My muscle mass has gone down. I still have bigger arms than him, I bet you.
He's not that strong.
So what did you use to bench?
What did I use to bench?
Yeah, that's
right. I think for recent, my max when I was in my prime was like 180, 190. And recently, it's only like 120, 130. Because I just stopped. Yeah, I just
Oh, he must be calling Veckle.
stopped working out for a while, and then I got back on it, so
Veckle, these atheists are being mean to me.
building up again.
Look, this has been eating at me for a minute, and I just like you guys.
Guys, and you're leaving because you're running.
I'm not running, and I am going to go. If you're not going to be allowed to speak.
No. Let's Greg. Let's just let him say, whatever dumb fuck thing. I want more for the evidence part. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing now. Here's the thing. Since
Do you like bukkake?
Hold on a minute. I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and you know what I've heard?
And you have fuck all to show for it. You're a laughing stock of the theist community. That's what you got to show for it. Your biggest accomplishment is being a fucking clown.
So again, you guys don't want to talk, so there's no point of being here.
And you're running.
No,
This is what you do on your channel. I don't understand. Why are you so fucking butthurt when we do the same thing you do to everybody else? Why can't you sit and take it? Why can't you sit and take it? You do this exact same shit on your channel. I bet you won't even let me on next time you have some shit going on. Why are you butthurt?
I'll be lying. Atheists don't want.
Hey Gary, you like truffle butter? Do you like your dual simulation?
Hey, take your time, G-Man. Don't rush that video, Tyler. You want to make sure you spell everything correctly.
Here we go.
Don't want that snake.
Now, since I'm wasting my time in here.
All right, keep running.
I mean,
pissed. Look at his face. He's pissed right now. G-Man, what are you making? Sorry, you're not muted.
My shoulder blast.
let's watch this together, Gary.
G-Man, what happened in this picture?
I'm about to go live for those people watching this.
That's cool. G-Man, what happened in this picture?
On some of this abomination that they're talking about.
G-Man,
It's going to happen now, Gary.
Driving. Shut up, dude. You don't
Oh, man.
He's so mad. I feel bad for him. I think it's adorable. He thinks he thinks that courtroom scenario he's building up is actually going to be somehow manifested into something real, but tragically that will not come to pass. Poor Gary. So that's the end of the Dum Dum review. He is going to be losing a lot of sleep tonight. He hosted a 3-hour hangout, which I'm sure Drag will probably review some of it or not. But yeah, so long as he makes an ass of himself and talks about this shit online and constantly talks BS about people, he's always going to be called out for his lies and his exaggerations and just his just lack of perspective when it comes to the real world and this hyper just figment that he's created in his mind, because he lives in his own imaginary world where he knows everyone's just fucking with him and he has this divine truth, but really he's just a delusional fuck who uses religion to basically excuse himself from being a decent human being and being accountable for his actions or his experiences, and just thinks he could do that as an excuse to be a bigoted piece of shit to people. And I mean, he could do that to some degree, but if he thinks he could fool people like all the people all the time, he better think twice, but he won't. But anyway, I think that's all I gotta say. I'll let Drag finish him off. This guy, there's a reason why he's been losing views. He is a fucking clown, and a shit clown at that. He's been going down since his days with DP, and it's been declining since. So, although I'll still watch him and notice the ridiculous shit he says from the whole I pray away my gay thoughts to to coughing people on to coughing the coronavirus on people, or getting anyone online involved in drama in a courtroom. I'll be there to laugh and mock and criticize his dumbass because he's low's cow, and sometimes milk can be good, sometimes it's shit, but still worth drinking it. That's all I gotta say. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by there, know, and peace out. Stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.